Pure Stock division of cars now on the field. This will be the first of 2 qualifying events for them. This the Tom Rule Memorial Night, sponsored by Crab Oil. Up on the point, it's the new groom, the 92. That's Tom Neiman. On the outside of the point, it'll be the 35. That's the Chuck Kahn car. Then we'll move down Bud Spencer in the number 1 car, Bob Sullivan in the 33, and then the 90 of Sandor Mattias. 5 cars in this Pure Stock qualifying event, 8 laps the distance.
I know. Yeah, I keep catching.
Your head starter looks him over. The Pure Stock division of cars, first qualifying event, moves down onto the main straightaway. Green flag falls over the field, and we got him 3 wide down into turn number 1. Tom Neiman in the 92 moves out to an early lead, but they were 3 wide down there with Sullivan and Spencer moving their cars up by the 35 of Chuck Kahn. Spencer takes that number 1 car up into the 2nd place, but he's got Bob Sullivan in the 33 right next to him as they come out of 4 onto the main straightaway. Neiman continues to be your leader. Tom Neiman having his problems now, as we can see Bud Spencer down on the inside. He gets a little bit too low. He's infield racing now. He's going to remain in the 3rd place, but Bob Sullivan in that 33 car is way up on the outside. He's making a bid for the lead as they come out of turn number 4. Spencer in the 33 car easily moves around the 92 of Neiman on the main straightaway. Your new leader is going to be Bob Sullivan in the 33 car as he works out of that 2nd turn, but here comes Bud Spencer in the number 1. Neiman slowed dramatically in that number 92 car. That's allowed Sullivan in the 33 and Spencer in the number 1 car to move by. This time down on the line is going to be the 33 of Bob Sullivan. We can see Spencer jockeying the wheel on that number 1 Camaro. He's going to duck low on the inside this time by. Sullivan way up on the high side. Spencer easily goes by as they exit turn number 2. The new leader down in turns 3 and 4 is Bud Spencer in the number 1 car. Cross flags go out to the field. We're halfway down on this qualifying event as Bud Spencer starts to run away from the rest of the field. Sullivan in the 33 car currently rides in the 2nd position, and in 3rd is the 90 of Sandor Mattias. The number 90 car moves its way up into 3rd position as once again your leader comes down to the line, that being Bud Spencer. Spencer slides high up in turn number 2. That slows him down a lot. He's got a big lead over your 2nd place car, but that definitely cost him some time. 2 flag up indication goes out to your leader, that being Bud Spencer in the number 1 car. Bob Sullivan runs in 2nd place, that being the 33, and then it's Sandor Mattias in the 90. Bud Spencer continues to pull away from the rest of the field in that number 1 car. Sullivan looks like he's slowed in that 33. He doesn't seem to be moving quite as fast as the white flag drops for your leader. One more time around for Bud Sullivan in the number 1 car. On the back straightaway, it's a clear racing track the rest of the way home. Spencer takes it easy as he works it out of turn number 4. The checkered flag's going to fall as he lets off the throttle. It's going to be an easy win for Bud Spencer in the number 1. Bob Sullivan will bring it home in 2nd place. Then it'll be Tom Neiman in the 92 and Sandor Mattias in the 90. Fine event for the Pure Stock division. We see the number 91 car out there. That's the Marty Metzger machine. We understand that he's going to be 37 on the 29th. The wife and the kids wish him a happy birthday and hope him a good night of racing tonight in the number 91 car. Meanwhile, as we look down the lineup, as they were scheduled to come out, it's the number 2. That's the Brett Smith machine. Next to him is the 7 of Bill Rogers. Then it'll be the 68 car, that being driven by Mike Sonner. We got the 29 car of Dupree. It'll be the 91 of Marty Metzger, the birthday boy this week. The 15 of Rutledge and the 14 Pure Stock division of cars work out of turn number 4. Once again, the green flag flies over the field. Side by side as these cars work into turns 1 and 2. Brett Smith gets a good jump in that number 2 car. He moves out into the lead, but he's got Sauner in the 68 right behind him, and here comes Marty Metzger, the birthday boy. Metzger works that 3rd position, but Dave Rutledge working up through the field. He moves up onto the back bumper of that. We got 4 cars bumper to bumper as they work down the main straightaway. Brett Smith in the 2 car up on the high side. He's having trouble up there in that high groove. Sauner works to get down the inside. He has his problems. He's still second, but the battles for 3rd position is here comes Rutledge. Rutledge blows by the 91 of Metzger, moves up into the 3rd position easily as they come out of turn number 4 onto the main straightaway. Once again, Brett Smith high up in that turn. He's having trouble in that number 2 turn as he slides high. Sauner keeps looking down on the inside in that 68 car, but he just doesn't have enough traction as they work down the back straightaway. This time out of turn number 4, side by side on the main straightaway. Sauner in the 68 still down on the low side. Brett Smith in the 2 up on the high side. Sauner having his problems. He slides around that back straightaway. That's going to give Brett Smith a little breathing room, but here comes Dave Rutledge in the 15. Rutledge brings that car up. The battle's for 2nd place. Sauner takes over the lead. He's your 1st place car, and here comes Rutledge. Go bang! Rutledge loses a handle down there in the number 1 turn, plows into the 68 of Sauner. Sauner now having his troubles as he's got a flat tire on that car. Right rear down on that 68 car when he took that hit from the 15 of Rutledge. So we got some damaged cars out there as we bring this race under caution. That division of cars, we're down to 3 cars, 4 laps remaining. Side by side as they come down the front straightaway, the green flag flies. Brett Smith in the number 2 car works his way on the inside. Marty Metzger working hard on the outside in that number 91 car, but he's going to remain your 2nd place car as Brett Smith takes the lead. Out of turn number 4 onto the main straightaway. Brett Smith still your leader, but Marty Metzger right behind him in that number 91 car. Delroy Stutzman in the 20 brings his car back out onto the track as the 2 flag up indication goes out to your leader. Brett Smith in the number 2 car. 2 more times around for him. Your 2nd place car, Marty Metzger. Brett Smith loses the handle, but Metzger hard on the binders out there to miss him. That cost him a lot of time, and it's going to be a 3-way battle for the lead. Now the 14 takes over the lead as he works out of turn number 4. This time by is going to be the white flag lap. Side by side for 2nd place. Brett Smith having his problems out there in the number 2 car. He rides in the 2nd position. Marty Metzger slowed dramatically. Marty Metzger way off the pace in that number 91 car. This is the white flag lap. They bring him out of turn number 4 down into the main straightaway. The winner is going to be the 14.
Don't even score that 20. I don't know what the hell he's doing out there.
It was a wild last win, but he made it through it to take the checkers. A big round of applause for the 14 of Dougie Hobson.
Nice rain out. Up on the pole, he had a strong run tonight. The number 1, that's Bud Spencer. Next to him, it'll be Bob Sullivan in the 33 car. Then we have the 92, that being driven by Ron Neiman, the newlywed, and then it'll be the 90 of Sandor Mattias. The 2 of Brett Smith, the 91 of Marty Metzger, the 68 of Mike Sauner, the 29 being driven by Dupree, the 35 of Chuck Kahn, the 7 car of Bill Rogers, the 22 of Delroy Stutzman, the 15 of Rutledge, and the 14 being driven by Doug Hobson. So that's the field of cars as they get ready to get underway with their 15-lap feature event here, Crab Oil Tom Rule Memorial Night. Mattias, those 4 cars are going to pace this field of Pure Stock division of cars down into turn number 4. Your head starter, Jim Stewart, looks them over as they come down out of turn number 4. Indications are to be green this time by. Green flag waves over the field. Looks like Bud Spencer gets the jump in that number 1 car, but here comes the 92 of Neiman. Neiman up on the outside. works his way down on the inside to get around the 33 of Bob Sullivan, side by side down the back straightaway. Sullivan picks up a lot more traction. Looks like something to miss with the Neiman car. The 92 of Neiman starting to go backwards down here in turns 3 and 4. He's having his problems out there. Bud Spencer, your leader, takes a big lead as he moves into turns number 1 and 2. Bob Sullivan rides in your second place car. Then it's going to be the 68 of Mike Sonner. Sonner in the 68 car starting to gain some ground on the 33 of Sullivan as they come down through. They're going to take the caution flag this time by. Caution waves over this field of pure stock division cars. They're going to bring them, slow them back down, get them realigned.
90 went over the bank. 90 went over the hill.
Sandor Mattias in the number 90 car slid up in the tops of turns number 1 and 2 and went down over the bank. That was the cause of this caution. We see he's got the car refired and is back out on the track, so we'll get these cars back in the proper lineup order and get back underway with the conclusion of this feature event. Sullivan bring these cars back down into turn number 3 for the restart. Once again, your head starter holds the flag in anticipation. They work out of turn number 3, down into turn number 4. Green flag's out over the field, and once again, Bud Spencer gets a jump in that number 1 car, but he's got Mike Sonner in the 33 of Bob Sullivan right behind him. Sullivan and Sonner really working down through turn number 2 onto the back straightaway, and it looks like Sonner's going to take away the second place as they work into 3. Sonner on the inside, Sullivan up on the outside. Sonner gets the inside groove this time by, comes up and blocks the Sullivan car. He'll take over the second position. Bud Spencer starts to stretch his lead out in that number 1 car. Mike Sonner rides in the second position. Then it's going to be Bob Sullivan in third, and here comes Brett Smith in the number 2 car. Brett Smith now riding in the 4th position, and then Bill Rogers brings up 5th in the number 7 car. Rest of the field starts to string itself out as your leader brings the pack down into turns 3 and 4. Sullivan with a strong showing in his first feature here, the rain out of Sunday night, and a strong qualifying effort, and it looks like he's going to run away with this race, but here comes Mike Sonner. He says no. He's bringing that 68 car right up on the back bumper of the number 1 of Spencer. Spencer looked like he was pulling away at one time, but it looks like Sonner's found a fast groove. He's moved right up on the back bumper, and it looks like it's going to be a two-way battle for the lead. Once again on the main straightaway, your leader's Bud Spencer in the number 1. Mike Sonner right on his back bumper. Sullivan starting to gain some ground as we got a pass for the lead on the back straightaway. Out of turn number 2, Sonner ducked low on the track. Moved by him on the back straightaway. Now he slides high. This time Spencer's going to go down on the inside as they exit turn number 4. Side by side as they come to the line, but it's going to be Sonner in the 68. Sonner now taking over the lead, but he's got some lap traffic ahead of him. That's the Delroy Stutzman, number 20, as they put him 3 wide down the back straightaway. And once again, Spencer comes up on the inside in that number 1 car. Spencer up on the inside, Sonner on the outside, down on the main straightaway. Sonner's going to hold the position, but they got some lap traffic to contend with up ahead of them. That's going to be the 90 of Sandor Mattias. Sonner trying to hold that first position as we see Bud Spencer once again work that number 1 car up on the inside groove. Once again, Sandor Mattias, he's a lap car out there. Spencer tries to squeeze it 3 wide as they come down the main straightaway, but Sonner's going to hold the position. Sonner trying to get around Mattias in that 90 car. Having his problems out there as he works down the back straightaway. Now he's built quite a lead over the 1 of Spencer. We don't know what happened to the Spencer car, whether he's backed off it because of the lap traffic or something's amiss with the car. Sonner gets into something down in turn number 1. He hits something that raised the rear end of the car right up in the air and took it around right in the middle of traffic. Tough break for Sandor Mattias. Looks like he was tied up in it. And also we got the 35 car down there. That's a Chuck Kahn car. He's having his problems. So once again, the yellow flag's going to wave over this field of pure stock division of cars. 10 laps have been completed, so we got 5 to go. their way out of turn number 3. Once again, we're under caution. 10 laps have been completed in this 15-lap event. Bud Spencer brings them around. Green flag flies over the field. Bud Spencer takes off in the number 1. Then it's going to be the 33 of Bob Sullivan. But keep your eye on the 15 of Rutledge. Rutledge started at the back of the pack and has worked his way all the way up through here. This last caution period has been a real advantage to him as he now works on the outside of Bob Sullivan in the 33 car. Rutledge really got that thing wound up as he's way up on the outside of the track trying to get around the 33 of Sullivan. Spencer continues to lead as they work down the back straightaway, but now the battle's for second place. Rutledge now works that 15 car down into the inside of Bob Sullivan in the 33. Rutledge takes the advantage as they come out of turn number 4. They slide down on the main straightaway. Your new second place car is going to be the 15 of Dave Rutledge. Rutledge now starts to run down your leader, that being the 1 of Bob Sullivan. Sullivan's led this from start till now, and he's coming down out of turn number 4 to take the 2-up flag this time, so it's going to be 2 more times around. Spencer's closest competition is going to be the 15. That's the Dave Rutledge car, and then Bob Sullivan rides in the 3rd position. Bud Spencer brings it out of turn number 4 onto the main straightaway. The white flag flies one more time, but Dave Rutledge is on the move in that 15. Rutledge really charging hard. He's up on the back bumper of that number 1 car as they exit turn number 2 onto the back straightaway. They got the Tom Neiman number 92 up on the top of turn number 3, but Spencer's got it well in hand as he brings it out of turn number 4 onto the main straightaway. The winner of this feature event will be the number 1 of Bud Spencer. Second's going to be Dave Rutledge in the 15, and third will go to 33 of Bob Sullivan.